YouTube, good evening. It's the Groggy Trucker. I am at a way station. Yeah, usually that's not fun, but this one's closed. And I'm using it to take my 10-hour break. First thing in the morning, I'm going to start off, hit a fuel stop, fuel up, get some breakfast, and head on into Chicago, which is where I'm going tomorrow. Well, Woodridge, it's a suburb of Chicago. Deliver a almost 42,000 pound, yes, truckload of tires from Bridgestone in Tennessee to Bridgestone in Woodridge. So, Bridgestone to Bridgestone. Not a big deal. I was asked today, what do you do while you're driving? It's got to get pretty boring. Well, yeah, driving one of these things is not like driving a car. First thing, you've got to pay attention to the road. Almost all the time. It's, I'm not going to say non-stop because we can do anything non-stop. But 95% of the time, what you're doing is you're watching the road, you're checking your mirrors, and you're looking out for the idiots who don't realize that they're taking their life into their own hands by swerving in front of that truck. Today, I almost screamed at son of a bitch because he decided that because the cop was behind somebody in the left lane, there was a cop, he was off on the shoulder, plenty far enough off to, for people to pass by on the left lane. He decided, because of the cop, he needed to swerve over into the right lane and slam on his brakes right in front of me. I was this close to his bumper, I swear to God. I mean, how I didn't hit him is by the grace of God alone. If I had been distracted by anything, he would have been dead. 76,000 pounds this truck weighs. I had to weigh it because it's such a heavy load. 76,000 pounds rolling down the road does not stop quickly. Almost killed a motherfucker tonight. This afternoon, whatever. So, yay Nashville. One more idiot stayed alive because I was paying attention and was able to slam on my brakes at the time. But the rest of the time, yeah, it can get, I don't want to say boring, monotonous maybe. I mean, because the road just goes on and on and on, it does not stop. So, there's the radio. That's pretty much the only other thing you can do is listen to the radio. The radio in this Cascadia, which is not as good as the radio that was in the Kenworth. It's got your aux cord plug-in, of course. It's got a CD player, of course. It's got AM, FM, of course. CD player does play MP3s, so I could throw in about 150 MP3 songs on a CD and do that. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot you can do other than drive. I mean, it's monotonous. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's monotonous. But you've got your Qualcomm talking to you, telling you where to turn. You've got, your eyes on the road. You're watching your mirrors. You're looking out for the idiots. Swift has started because of the time of year, not because I've started driving for them. It's the time of the year, I swear, not me. Swift started sending out messages to everyone warning them about deer potentially running out onto the roadway. And yeah, I know, I'm screwed. Not only, yeah, but apparently this is a problem in the trucking industry. People decide to swerve away from deer and either hit another car or end up in a ditch. 76,000 pound truck versus, I don't know how heavy deer are, but truck wins. Isaac Newton's laws of motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. That deer might act on it a little bit, but it's going to get turned into jelly, and the truck's going to keep on going. Probably going to be fine. There are a lot of trucks, especially out west, that have, I think they're called cattle guards. I'm not quite sure what, that extra bumper, kind of like police cars have, except it's all chrome and, bigger and bulkier, but it's basically an extra bumper in case you hit an animal. You don't screw up your real bumper, I guess. I don't know. What the hell is he doing? Some guy pulling into the weigh station. He decided he didn't want to go across the scales, so he just came to a dead stop. It's like, what do I do? Well, you got to go across the scales to get back to the rest area. That's one thing. Weigh stations and Illinois and Iowa don't. I mean, you can do this in Illinois and Iowa, but they don't really. They're not really built for it. But the weigh stations, here I am in Kentucky. Nashville's like that, like it too, or not Nashville, but Tennessee. A lot of states, the weigh stations, when they're closed, are designated rest havens for truck drivers. It's one small way to address the shortage of parking. Truck drivers don't like parking in weigh stations because when you pull out in the morning, more than likely, it's going to be open. And you're going to have to go across the scales, and if you're not legal, you're fucked. Plus, they might, oh, you were here last night, why don't you pull around again, let's take a look at your paperwork. They could, if they're feeling like dicks, they can do that. One thing in Tennessee likes to, or liked to do in the past, I don't know if they still do this, but Tennessee used to randomly pull people over and do a complete inspection. They'd tear through your entire truck, inside the cab, go through it completely, break your seals, open your doors, check your load. I mean, like literally crawl in there and with flashlights and looking around to see as much of your load as they can do. This is back in the 90s. I don't know if they still do it, but I'm assuming after 9/11 they probably did it a lot more. Now, I don't know. But, yeah, that's for another video. I'll find somebody that actually knows about it. I can see my computer screen and my glasses. Yeah. Probably going to do another video tonight about Battletech. Simply because I've been thinking about some things and I want to maybe get that out there. But yeah, what do you do while driving? Well, short answer, you drive. Now, when you get to shippers and receivers, you back up. And that was my biggest fear in trucking, was getting back to the backing up part. But something that I've realized as I've been out here, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I mean, a lot better than I used to be. Like, head and shoulders above where I used to be. It's not even funny. I impressed myself today. That's how much better I am. I was at this Lowe's appliance distribution center that I delivered to this morning. Yeah, it was still morning. I got there. I pulled in behind another Swift truck. This guy was right in front of me as we were going. Matter of fact, at one point, he turned on his turn signal. I'm like, oh shit, do we really have to turn? Because I thought it was straight ahead. the place is so new that Qualcomm can't find it. Our directions, Qualcomm up there. It's that glowing thing. It's like a, I don't know. But Qualcomm couldn't find it. The directions. Matter of fact, when we tried to send in our arrival call, which is something we have to do when we get to a receiver or a shipper, send an arrival call, the Qualcomm kicked back, "You're not there. Location not recognized." So this place has only been open for 3 weeks, I found out. The shipping and receiving is still on these crappy folding tables, laptops on folding tables. They haven't even built their shipping and receiving office yet. They don't have a bathroom for their employees. They've got a porta potty. It's not really a porta potty. It's like a trailer that's got a men's and women's bathroom. It's got water hooked up. It's kind of a porta potty, but not really. It's a really nice porta potty. It's still janky. I tried to wash my hands and nothing came out of the faucet but air. That was, yeah. Anyways, I pulled into this place. I did this big loop and backed into a slot. And when I'm there in the shipping and receiving office, they're like, "Drop your trailer in this slot." Well, the slot that they wanted me to drop in was 4 spaces to the left of where I was. Moving your trailer over to the left is kind of difficult because it's technically a blind side, because you got to go, and then you're backing in off the you're looking at the passenger side mirror, and once you get that trailer cranked, you can't see anything anymore. You're just guts and intuition is what you're going off of. So I pulled out, and I backed up, and I jacked it back, and I only had to pull forward a little bit to straighten out. But yeah, I did that perfect. When I dropped the trailer and pulled around, the guy in the yard truck that was there gave me a big thumbs up. Congratulations on how well I did. So I was pretty pleased about that. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Might not do another one about Battletech. If you don't like Battletech, ignore that one. Still like and comment and share. And you can comment, "I don't like Battletech." I don't care. Likes, comments, shares, all that good stuff. Subscribe, all that good stuff. If Dread Pirate Trucker can have 5,000 subscribers, that guy's an idiot. I should be able to get more. Anyways, this is the Groggy Trucker. Love you guys. Talk to you later.